So I already applied my foundation and I'm going to be applying my concealer on top of everything. This is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop in the shade Neutral Tan. I don't want to use too much of the product since it is pretty late at night and, you know, I'm supposed to be going to bed. I'm not sure if, you know, you want to zoom in a little bit. Let me add some light. I don't know if you can see it. I kind of lost my eyebrow brush. And I might as well do under your waterline. Because I think I might want to make it a little smoky. I don't know why my camera is showing the shade like yellow. I guess it's my skin here. So I apologize. For my lips, I don't know what I want to use. Alright, so apparently I bought two of the same shades, blushing brown, so I'm gonna use the blushing brown from Elle. Since I used the purple, I'm gonna use the shimmery purple kind of gloss. That's pretty much it. I really just wanted to test out the concealer at home by myself, and of course I did not the same wonderful things from what you're doing in the store, but it is really, really not necessarily what I would call effective, but really judging here. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to and I will see you next time. For this lovely creation, you'll need liquid latex, flour, cotton pads, scissors, aluminum foil, moldable plastic beads, mixing cup, spoon, stick, whatever, a face cast if you have one, and hot water. So to start off, I'm just mixing flour with the latex, and the rule of thumb is to slowly pour the flour into the latex mix until you get like an oatmeal-like consistency, and then you'll be good to go to mold and do whatever. And I am kind of forming the mouth piece, which totally looked like a beak in the end, with foil. And you want to lay that out and measure on your face cast if you have one. If you do not have one, you can check out my video on how to create one. If not, use whatever you got and, you know, work your magic. I'm applying a little bit of the latex paste on the face cast and sticking the foil pieces around it, kind of like glue. And of course I'm piling it on top. I'll be stacking piece by piece until it completely covers the mouth, and that's kind of it, really. So just take your time, do it little by little, make sure you're molding to exactly how you want it. Even if it doesn't work out exactly how you want it, it doesn't dry solid in seconds, so you'll be good to move it around and fix whatever you want. Once you have everything covered with the lumpy latex, you want to smooth it out with just plain old regular latex, and you can do as many layers until it's completely smooth and to your liking. This is supposed to be gross and skin-like and bubbly, so I didn't really want to smooth it out too much. For the eyes, I was actually going to just, you know, cut a ping pong ball in half for the eyeballs and cut holes out of it, but it wasn't really working out to my best, I don't know, the drill I was using. I just didn't want to hurt myself, so I'm like, you know what, I'll just use the moldable plastic and form eyeballs that way, since I wanted them to be really large anyways. But all you have to do is use hot water, wait for the beads to turn clear, then you can mold it however you want. Just be careful that you don't burn yourself. Allow it to cool a little bit. And I used an ornament to kind of keep the shape of the eyeballs, and you can pop it right off. Once I have my 2 eyeballs set, I just want to poke a hole in the middle, which I probably should have done that in the first place while I was molding it while it was hot, but trim the bottom until it's flat so you can stick it onto your face cast. And the good thing about this is you can reheat it and mold it. So I reheated the middle and poked a hole and kind of made eye holes so I can see it. Future side note, I did a really bad job at it, and I would say to make a large enough hole that it fits over your eyes, because it was a hot mess for the rest of this tutorial. To remove the latex off of the face cast, all you have to do is my phone keeps beeping, dry it out with flour, and you can peel it off carefully and it won't stick to itself. I always have the habit of trimming the edges after I peel the prosthetics off, which I really don't want to, because it's much easier to apply it and stick to your face without that harsh line of, that clean cut in between. Like, you want it to kind of fade so you can apply it without it being noticeable. But eventually I'll learn. This is the fun part of trimming and cutting. I decided to pull the foil out. I was actually going to leave it in, but then I didn't want to see the shiny pieces through the front of it, since I didn't, layer it too much. And I trimmed the inside to give it enough space when I put it on my mouth that I can breathe and have room to talk, and it's kind of what it looks like. For the eyes, you want to do the same thing as you did for the mouth, but you are using your cotton pads. I cut strips into it, and I'm dipping it into the regular latex and applying it around where I want it to sit on my eyes. And then, of course, I put my eyeball in the middle of it and layer more latex, and I think I used the flour latex mix as well. I don't remember, probably. You'll see eventually in this tutorial. I think I did. So just kind of layer around, make it kind of like your skin's coming up, and that it covers your eyeball enough that it won't fall off when you put it on your face. I wanted some space in between the eyeballs and the latex cotton mix, whatever you want to call it, so it kind of gives it a bit of dimension and pops out more. So I used a stick to space out, yet I don't know the right word. Make it look like the skin's peeling off, but still connected. I thought it was the funniest thing when I put the mouth and the eyes together. It looks just like Homer Simpson. So if you want to take this makeup tutorial and head in that direction, by all means, get your yellow paint and your 3 strands of hair and go crazy with the horrifying Homer Simpson look. To remove the eyes, you do the same thing as you did with the mouth, using the flour and dusting it a little bit so it's easier to peel. Please ignore my cat. He likes to be nosy and want to put everything in his mouth, so he just, doesn't get the hint that I don't want him over here, but it's kind of his thing. And of course, my bad habit of trimming off all of the edges, which you're really not supposed to do. I would wait until after you apply it and then trim it while it's on your face, but not cutting your face. So it's easier to blend into your skin, but again, I'll learn eventually. So for the makeup part, that's the easiest, simple. Paint your face until it looks creepy and scary. I outlined my waterline with black eyeliner, and I'm painting around my eyes and my mouth of where you'll kind of see through the prosthetics that it's dark enough and it doesn't stick out. And this kind of looks like a crazy psychopath killer clown look, so you can go with that. If you want to have your eyebrows by the end of this, please use Vaseline on your hair because the latex will definitely rip it off. But outline around where you painted with the liquid latex and apply your prosthetics. Once I put the mouthpiece on, it looks just like the duck from Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't know his name, but if you want to take the makeup tutorial in that direction, go ahead. So what I learned from when I applied the eyepiece when I did the 4th of July look is that there's going to be a gap between your eyes and whatever you're applying over your eyes. So to fix that, you just want to cut a couple of strips of the cotton pad and apply it around your eyes. For one, it creates a gap between your skin and the prosthetics, so your eye has room to breathe and it's not like getting into anything, and it seals the space between the prosthetics and it fills in whatever if it didn't mold quite properly to your face cast. And apply a little bit of latex on the cotton pads as well as the prosthetics itself so they stick to each other, and fill in whatever gaps with the cotton pads and wait for it to dry. To fill in everything else, I am using the remainder of the homemade skin scar wax that I made, and if you want to check that out, watch a video down below. It's really simple and easy. Just need water to kind of activate and make it stick and smooth it out and all of that good stuff. But Momo has high cheekbones and they're sharp and pointy, and I had to go overboard since the eyes bulged out so much that this ain't gonna look like her. But this is where it got completely difficult after I applied both of my eyes, because I did not poke the holes directly in front of my eyes and I could not see a damn thing. So I was struggling the rest of this tutorial and I can only see a little bit, and I had to do it with my face turned, so I had no idea what this looked like. I can only see one side at a time, so I was kind of just winging it. I knew where my face was, so I just hoped for the best. So I added it to my nose to make it kind of creepy and fill in the gaps between the mouth and the eyes. And I wanted like a pale, flaky kind of looking skin, so I wanted to use the rest of the cheap Walmart paint that I had because I'm never going to use that. And that was a terrible mistake, but I mixed the brown with the white and it looked like this. And I did not like it, but whatever. It came out too white and pasty looking, so I blended my regular foundation in to look more like it was my skin, but it was light and flaky and ashy, and that looked more creepy than regular white ghost. Like, it looks nastier if it looks more like your real skin. And you can see how sucky this paint is because it kept coming off on the sponge, but it works out because this isn't supposed to be pretty anyways. If you need to, just take a little water and smooth everything out and add and, blend and make it look natural. And you can set it all with baby powder, and that also lightens up the look and gives it a more ghostly, dead look. I wanted the pupils of my eyes much larger since these eyes were really big, so I used my black Paradise paint from Mayron and I kind of made it a little bit bigger. While I was doing this, I was thinking I probably should have painted the inside before I put it on my face so you wouldn't see any of the white shining through from the inside, but it is what it is. And so the space that we created between the eyes and the skin flaps, if you want to call it, I filled it in with black, and I outlined my mouth with black too. So as you can see, it was really, really difficult to see what I was doing, where I was placing my brush, so it's really messy. And so I went around with black around the outside, and I kind of blended it in with my sponge, and I am mixing black and red, and also I wanted like fleshy bits along the skin, so I mixed in my regular foundation as well. But this is honestly where you can take it and go crazy and make it your own and put bruises and cuts and rips and tears and blood and whatever you see fit, wherever you see fit. All you have to do in the end is just add some fake blood. If you need a tutorial on how to make edible fake blood, then check out the video down below, and that's all you need. My honest opinion, I think this looks a bit more terrifying than Momo herself, because I don't know what was going on with this. I really did try to make it look like her, and it didn't happen. This was just like a beautiful monster creation thing. So I don't have any true suggestions or tips on what you can do. Just take your time, and the beauty of art is it's your own. So this is my version, so I'm gonna call her MiMi. It's her sister. And what's funny is this looks more like a bird than Momo does. Anyways, I will let the rest of the video play. Please enjoy watching. Thank you so much for sticking around and subscribing and giving me your love and support and all of that good stuff. If you have not yet, please click that subscribe button. Follow me on my social media. My Instagram is @CandyCos, and that's basically it. I will see you lovelies next time, hopefully sooner than the month gap that has taken place now. But yeah, I'll see you lovelies next time.